Welcome back. You're watching In Focus. Well, if you're tweeting or using a smartphone, then you have joined what is called high-tech revolution. Some of the great ideas were born at Ihub, a shared working space that started in Kenya 2 years ago. Now these innovations are changing your world and mine. VOA's CAROLYN Turner takes us inside the Ihub.
With a good idea, an entrepreneurial spirit, and an interest in all things tech, young people from all over Africa are finding that their skills are extremely valuable. Nairobi's Ihub manager, Tosh Juma, says brilliant minds have never been in short supply in Kenya, but the channel to develop the ideas and grow them into successful businesses has been a long time coming.
There was an existing small community of techies, software developers, web developers, designers in general. The problem was when they eventually met, they worked on ideas in those few minutes or few hours they were together. But then when they went back home, everyone went to their bedrooms. There was no physical space, an access point for people to come back and do stuff together, collaborate on projects.
There are similar spaces across Africa in Ghana, Nigeria, and Ethiopia, all harnessing the potential of the world's fastest growing mobile phone market. Africa will be home to 738 million handsets by the end of the year, according to an industry survey done in 2011. But through mobile phones and other devices, social media is changing how Africans do almost everything. Kenya produced about 2.5 million tweets in the last 3 months of 2011, behind South Africa, who produced around 5 million tweets in the same time. Nigeria was third with 1.5 million tweets. In Kenya, it has become a vital tool in monitoring and participating in governance issues.
I think it's absolutely critical that Kenyans are now, amongst the most intense users of Twitter and Facebook on the continent of Africa. It's changing the way we communicate with each other. It's changing our understanding of what governance means, and it's moving us from civil society, which is, into a civic society where every person is empowered by these tools to be able to engage with the governance systems in their own.
In Uganda, social media enthusiasts use social media to raise funds and collect aid materials for victims of a mudslide caused by heavy rains in the east of the country that killed at least 30 people in June.
It's actually overwhelming because it started slowly like a joke, but it picked on so fast and people showed a lot of interest. They became very serious about the whole idea and they started donating.
In the Republic of Congo, Africa's very own tablet computer market contender was invented by a 26-year-old student, Verone Manku, whose dream is to bring cheap technology and internet connectivity to the masses. The Way C, created by his company, VMK, went on sale for the first time this year at $300.
At the beginning, the idea was to come up with a computer tablet that wasn't expensive to allow more people to have access to the internet. Over the years, the computer has evolved, so in 2007, we made a computer tablet. After years of research and technology, as well as financing, we put our tablet on the market in January 2012.
At Kampala's Makerere University, 3 Ugandan students built a prototype robot that they say will be able to detect and disarm and dispose of bombs. Made of aluminum pieces and powered by an electric motor, the robot sends messages to a control computer through wireless Bluetooth signals that can travel over a 20-meter radius. The functions of the robot are similar to the Dragon Runner military robot, which is used by U.S. Marines to get into inaccessible areas in combat or insecure situations. In South Africa, a young entrepreneur was busy finding ways to avoid taking a bath, and in the process became the country's youngest patent holder. Ludwig Merenschein, a student in Johannesburg, invented a water-substituting gel, dry bath, that can be used to clean the whole body. When applied on the skin and rubbed, the gel creates a thin protective layer of foam which carries off dirt as it evaporates. Merenschein says his main goal is environmental.
The average bath consumes 80 liters of water. Dry bath is 25 milliliters of water, just once a week. Our goal is to get 10% of the world's population to skip a bath, even if they don't use dry bath, to skip a bath once a week and just save that valuable water.
Innovations were big business for one developer in Uganda. Abdu Sakala, an IT student, became a self-made billionaire after creating mobile applications that have rivaled some of the world's most popular platforms in downloads. A Uganda theme app available on Nokia's Ovi store was by far his most successful internationally. Locally, his dating app is also doing well.
The Uganda theme for Nokia, I published that app late last year, like in December. And the first week of its launch, it became number 3 in the most downloaded themes in the world. That's when I felt like, well, this is my number one of everything I've developed. This is it. This is what's going to make my mark.
In Kenya, a 13-year-old Richard Terrer's flashing lights invention is keeping lions away from domestic animal enclosures in close proximity with Kenya's Nairobi National Park, the only park in the world located within a city. Clashes between humans and animals straying from the conservancy have seen many domestic animals mauled to death, several people injured, and dozens of lions killed by angry herders. Terrer, whose innovation earned him a scholarship, keeps the lions away using nightlights strategically placed around the cattle pens.
When someone wakes up at night and moves with a torch, the lions are afraid of the lights because they think this is a person which is coming. So I had to make bulb switches flashing because the lions are afraid of something which is moving.
Applications also made their mark in healthcare. Ghanaian innovator Bright Simmons is trying to curb the rampant trade of counterfeit prescription and over-the-counter drugs through a free text messaging service known as M-Pedigree, which helps consumers verify the authenticity of the drugs they are buying against a central database.
The biggest challenge is how we align with the government's existing mandate to make this service more widely available. The next job is then to get pharmaceutical companies to undertake those processes that they need to undertake for the platform to integrate with their manufacturing system.
And harnessing the power of pee. 4 Nigerian schoolgirls invented a generator powered by urine. They are hopeful their invention will provide an environmentally friendly counter to the country's chronic power shortage. And like all worthwhile inventions, theirs came after a great deal of trial and error and at least one near disaster.
Made the device, the project, the electrolytic cell exploded because the hydrogen-oxygen gas backfired from the generator into the electrolytic cell, and that caused the explosion.
With so many insightful inventions in 2012, it will be exciting to see what next year has to offer and where Africa's technology revolution will lead to. CAROLYN Turner, VOA News.